Welcome to another Subconscious Saturday. Today's topic is going to focus on a dream that I had. And in this episode, I am illustrating the dream as if it was like a comic series. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about what happened in the dream and kind of break down what it possibly could have meant, as it was a pretty abstract, very vivid dream that I had. So let's get down to it. Let's take a look at this dream that I illustrated. So for starters, the dream took place in the very beginning inside of a bedroom. And I very specifically remember that the bedroom had like this kind of log cabin kind of aesthetic to it. And what immediately made this bedroom very strange is that there were these two claws that were coming out of the bed. And the claws were being controlled by a scientist. Now, I recall that the scientist was going to do some kind of experiment as far as this giant needle-like thing that was coming out of the claws. This probably came from like around the time that I had this dream. I was going through a lot of doctor's visits, and I have a little bit of a fear of needles, so I knew that I wanted to escape in this dream, and the syringe was something that I wanted to get away from. And so, of course, in a very dreamlike manner, I end up thinking I really need to escape from this syringe. So, by me thinking of that, there's a little bit of a lucidity going on in the dream, and the claws ended up kind of escaping from the house, and they were holding me up. By escaping through the roof of the house was kind of me thinking how I really badly wanted to get away from the situation. And in this dream, I summoned a very unique looking weapon. That in itself could be because I might have been playing some games, probably something related to Elder Scrolls, where I would have been having these unique kind of magical items. So it's quite possible that I might have been thinking about that during this time when I had summoned the weapon to get away from the situation. Once I got away from the situation, I kind of ran off to this hotel, which was called the Nightmare Room. And when I found this hotel, which, by the way, I have a lot of hotels and motels in my dream, and it probably dives deeper into one of my first sleep paralysis moments, which I'll get into more probably in another episode. So I recall that there were a bunch of missions that I had to complete in order to get into the room. One of them being that I had to stack up a bunch of tanks on top of each other. I had to step on top of the tanks, kind of like a staircase, in order to get past the room. I remember very specifically feeling the pain of stepping on the edge of the tanks as I was getting to the next room. Once I opened up the room that was at the top of these tanks, I discovered one of my original characters, Damien, and he had a paper cutter, and he was cutting out all of these papers that had the number 9 on them. And the number 9, I don't exactly remember why I would have been thinking of this number. Could be that I might have seen, like, a room that was being passed by as I was on these doctor's visits that had the number 9 somewhere on them. So again, it was kind of showing through in the dream in a very abstract kind of manner. So a lot of this dream was definitely influenced by doctor's visits and exaggerating the emotions that I had of trying to, not wanting to feel the syringe, the needles, the fear, getting away from it, and also a little bit influenced by any games that I might have been playing at the time. So again, hope you enjoyed my illustration. Sleep well, everyone, and I hope to see you next time for another dream-related topic.